Hello to all of you FGO pros. Have you ever looked at some of your servants and wondered if you should try them or not, but then was swayed by the public opinion? I am here to enlighten all of you and spread my infinite wisdom. Today we will be having a look at the top 5 underrated servants in my opinion. This list is quite hard to make as it's hard to define what's underrated and what's not. An honorable mention before we start, we have Beowulf. Beowulf is an amazing berserker right now and he's probably the best 4-star berserker after Hercules. I think he's even better than Hercules if you're looking for high burst damage. Plus he now has an anti-dragon and giant enemy niche. The reason he's not here is because you haven't liked and subscribed to catch my latest videos and help out the channel. Plus, I don't think he gets as much hate anymore. Anyways, let's start. Coming up at number 5, it's Steno. Now, let me explain myself. Despite being known as Rare Prism EX, I really think she's a solid servant. She has very good utility in the form of a drain that also guarantees her a battery, 100% charm for male enemies, and amazing charisma for divine allies, which includes herself as well. Her NP, which can be spammed easily since she has the highest NP gain in the game, removes buffs and lowers defense for 3 turns. And in case having one charm isn't enough, here is another one. She has got air passives, and her third append skill is just perfect case scenario. Yes, she is very niche, but she fills that niche very well. And I am not saying she's top tier or anything, but she helped me out a lot in challenge quests that had male enemies in it, hence why I think she's more than a walking rare prism. Coming up at number 4, we have Finn Mac. Come hail. Ahem. Finn Mac cool. Rare prism coon himself. I can't lie, I was one of the people who hated on him, and I think the reason for most people to hate him was probably because he is always on rate up with some amazing SSR lancers. So he achieved rank EX at spooking everyone. Anyways, he got buffed multiple times and now is actually a very good arts farmer. His first skill now gives NP gain and star gen to all allies on a decent uptime. Second skill, which used to be a joke, it's now a decent taunt and evade coupled with an NP battery. You'll have to max this skill if you want to guarantee the evade though. The cooldown can still be shorter, but it's much better than what it used to be. And his third skill is weak arts mana burst. Wish it can be 3 turns. His NP got buffed and now does decent damage. Overall a solid arts farmer and doesn't deserve all the hate anymore. Although, there are 2 servants that kinda overshadow him a lot. That doesn't mean he's bad though. Coming up at number 3, we have Dion. Boy, how underrated is this servant. Most people forget about them, which is quite sad, not gonna lie. They are one of the best tanks in the game in my opinion. Their first skill is an evade with a defense up. Second skill is debuff cleanse that basically makes them debuff immune for 3 turns. And finally a 3-turn taunt. This is some amazing synergy if I've ever seen one. They will tank all the damage and debuffs for your party like it's nothing. Their NP could be better though, but I think they're criminally underrated, especially since tanks aren't that common to come by. Coming up at number 2, and I think some of you will like it, it's Avenger Nobu. When she first came out she was one of the weakest SSRs in the game, but now, oh boy, her value rose to the freaking stratosphere. She is now a buster farming extraordinaire, having one of the fattest 3rd turn damage potential in the game. Her first skill gives her an attack buff that increases each turn for 3 turns up to 70%. It also applies burn to self and adds applies burning battlefield. The burn demerit shouldn't be ignored, so I recommend using command codes, and the burn effect will come later on. Second skill which got buffed, it's now an invincibility that can't be removed and gives her a damage mod against sky enemies when activated on a burning battlefield. And finally her third skill which got buffed, and this is what changes everything. It's now star gen per turn, a buster buff for 3 turns when on a burning battlefield, and the battery got buffed, which changes everything and now enables her to loop. Her NP removes defensive buffs to divine enemies then deals bonus damage to divine, which there are many servants. Plus a lot of sky servants are divine as well, so she'll melt them effortlessly. A lot of people don't know about this and I think she's top tier now. Coming up at number 1, and this might annoy a lot of people, it's Vlad III. Yes, Vladdy Daddy himself. After the release of Castoria this guy just became insane. He is definitely one of the best 5-star berserkers out there. The problem is that a lot of people don't know that. His first skill is a good drain as it's guaranteed and has a good battery with it. Second skill which got buffed, it is now a solid defense and attack up on a high uptime. And lastly his third skill which got buffed, it now gives him double guts. 1 for 1 turn that can stack and 1 on a high uptime. Plus a solid NP gain buff. His NP got buffed twice. It's now an arts nuke that reduces the enemy's arts resistance and has a decent star bomb. Keep in mind that his NP has 10 hits, and with the help of some arts supports he can loop this nuke quite easily. This guy came such a long way and is now one of the best DPS berserkers in my opinion. Do you guys agree with this list? Did I miss anyone? There are a lot of servants that are underrated in my opinion, but do you guys think Orion is one of them? Check out my review on her to see what I think about her. Also be sure to check out my Servant in 60 Seconds series. That's it for this video. Now like and subscribe for this shitty channel. Bye.